All right, y'all. Before I get into the video giving y'all my QB picks of the week, I just want to let all my subscribers know and people who watching this video, man. Sports Brotherhood would like to play you, man. If you would like to play Sports Brotherhood, email your Draftkings gamer tag at sportsbrotherhood@gmail.com or comment below on any of my videos. Now I'm about to hit y'all with like 10 straight videos. I'm not playing. 10 straight videos getting you ready for Sunday, man. So if you would like to play Sports Brotherhood, man, I want to play my fans. You know, I'm gonna start off the first couple contests free, but I feel like as the season continue and we get a nice group of people, I feel like we can kind of all collaborate on a prize. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might just do giveaways like a Sports Brotherhood t-shirt or hat, or I might feature you on the channel. You never know. But yeah, like I say, if you want to play Sports Brotherhood this Sunday, email me your gamer tag. It's invite only. Only 10 spots and it's invite only. It's a private one. I didn't want to do no live one because I didn't want a whole bunch of bots or I ain't want a whole bunch of randoms hopping in our tournament, man. So like I say, if you want to play Sports Brotherhood this Sunday, please, y'all, email me your gamer tag at sportsbrotherhood@gmail.com or comment below your gamer tag and I'm going to invite you. Do it soon, y'all. Only 10 spots. Peace. Sports Brotherhood here, y'all. Bringing y'all my top wide receiver picks for week 2, man. And if you don't know, now you know. But nah, I'm playing. But y'all know how we do it, man. We're going to give y'all top 3. Then we're going to break it off with the 2 value picks. So let's get straight to it. Get y'all ready. Now, my first pick, Big Julio, man. He let me down. I'm gonna keep it 100. He let me down last week, man. He let me down, but I feel like this week, redemption week for Julio, and I feel like he's gonna come back. This Wi-Fi on a trip, so fuck it. But for Julio, he's at home, so home cooking is always big for great players. I would really take advantage of great players at home. He's in a high-scoring game, so that's the plus. This game has, I want to say this game might be second highest, like with a 54-point total. So we know that it's going to be a lot of Matt Ryan to Julio just to stay in the game against a competitive Packers team. And when you get 2 great teams, it's kind of like a playoff game. We know in big games, big players come alive and big players usage because you can't depend on the role players a lot in big games like this against 2 good teams. Packers defense do have some flaws. I know they performed well against Russell Wilson, but I think that was more of Seattle poor offensive line than it was a Packers defense. Now, I could be wrong. If they come out here and perform good against Atlanta, then I'm wrong. But so far, compared to what they did last year and just what I've seen against Seattle, I think there's some holes in there for Julio to have a great game, man. He's the second most targeted last year behind Antonio Brown. So we already know, it's common sense. We know Julio gets a lot of targets, man. Even though he didn't perform big last week, I think he still had at least 8 targets, 8 to 10 targets. So you always, I feel like you always got to take advantage of any wide receiver that's targeted a lot. And this game has shootout potential. So it's probably going to be a pass battle between Matt Ryan and A-Rod, and that should really benefit Julio. Next is my main man, Brandon Cooks, man, 8,200. Now, I know a lot of you probably don't like the price that price tag for Cooks, but again, hold on. Again, this shit don't want to load, so fuck it. All right, Brandon Cooks, man. There's really no need to be confused on why he's up here. He's Tom Brady's #1 option, and as we all know, that Patriots wide receiver core is banged up. Slater and Amendola, they are both ruled questionable. So we don't know if we might see one or the other, or it could be a good chance we don't see any of them, because I think Slater might have a hamstring, and Amendola, he's dealing with a head injury and a knee injury. So if we see either one, I think we'll see Slater. And I feel like with Slater playing and Amendola not, that's more advantage to Cooks, because if Amendola was playing, he would take some targets away from Cooks like he did last week. So I really feel confident with locking him in there. It's against one of the worst pass defenses. I ain't really got to explain. We know New Orleans is historically horrible at the pass, man. And he just got a lot of opportunity. You know, he did get, let me try this one more time. He did get some targets last week. Even though it wasn't that big explosive games we expected against the Chiefs, he did get some targets last week. My bad, y'all. I don't know what the hell going on. This shit don't want to load, but you can check it out for yourself, man. Brandon Cooks, put him in that lineup, man. Now next, we're gonna go to my boy. He kind of let us down last week, but I feel like this is another. I love redemption games for players, man. Michael Thomas, man, for the Saints. Now we know once again he's Drew Brees' number one option, man. This Drew Brees go-to guy, even though he was a rookie last year, Brees showed us game in and game out with good wide receivers like Cooks and Snead on the roster. Michael Thomas was his man. I like Michael Thomas' physicality, and he has a nice height. Now, don't let that Minnesota game scare you. He was kind of the only option out there, so we knew that Minnesota, being a good defense they are, we knew they was gonna make it tough for him to have a great game. He's at home, and we know that New Orleans home advantage is real. The dome will be rocking, man. So I feel like that would have a good advantage for the Saints offense and get them a lot of motivation. This is another high-scoring game, so this has shootout potential. Brees and Brady, two great QBs, and I feel like that's a good games to attack when you got two great ones, because they're going to want to outdo each other. You know, Brady throw a touchdown, Brees going to want to throw one. Brees throw a couple, Brady going to want to throw one. And I like these two quarterbacks because they know how to fill it up. Like Brees and Brady, they don't play. They're going to get the ball down the field. That's one thing about paying up for QBs sometimes. Sometimes the other QBs, they have good games, but it's a lot of short yardage completions. With they two quarterbacks, Brees and Brady, we know both of them coming off a loss, man. Both of them coming off a loss. Both of them going to be highly motivated. And we just know that this can end up being a passing heaven for fantasy players, man, this game. We all know Snead, Brees' second favorite target. Snead is still suspended. He's out for the first 3 games for, I think, either drug or steroid use. So take advantage of these banged up wide receiver cores, man. We know there's really not another option again. It's good, but we know that Brees like to lock in with one target. And we know that he gonna get it in with Thomas, man. Really ain't nothing else to say, man. I don't really trust the Patriots passing defense yet. The Chiefs really exposed a lot. I feel like they exposed some holes in Bill Belichick's defense. They got a lot of moving pieces. So definitely, man, get some exposure to Michael Thomas, man. Now, to save y'all some bread, this week, I think this might be the week of the value, man. It's a lot of good value out there if you really know your rosters and you really do your research, man. Now, I was big on this dude quarterback, so you know I'm big on him. It's another opportunity for a cheap stack. If you win to that, it's an opportunity for a cheap stack, and nobody other than Pierre Garçon, man. He's priced at a good price. I feel like a lot of you guys can get him in your roster this week. And once again, man, I don't know what's going on with my damn signal. I have to fix the next video, but we're not going to let that stop us from getting this good info in, man. Pierre Garçon, 4,900. I think he went down. Last week, I think he was like 52, 54. So I don't know why he went down. He didn't have that bad of a game against Carolina, but either way, that's better for us, man. 4,900. He really allows you to get some number one receiver exposure without paying upfront costs. Now, you see, he's going to get Seattle defense, which shockingly ranks pretty bad in passing fantasy-wise. That surprised me. So that's even more reason to play him, man. We know he's 49ers really only option in the pass game. And I told you on the other video, the running game for San Francisco will struggle. San Francisco will be down at least 14 points majority of this game, which bodes well for Garçon. Hoyer will be airing it out a lot, man. And if you're really looking for a cheap option that has potential for a lot of good garbage time points, which is the third quarter, fourth quarter touchdowns or touches, I really would go with Garçon, man. I like him at his price tag, and I feel like he will help you do a lot of different things in your lineup. So you got to really look at him, man. Even though that Garçon pick I liked, it's just like, it's a lot of picks I'm really feeling this week. I never really, you know what I'm saying? Every week I would have certain picks, like my core, that I'm loving. But this week, man, these value picks and some of the injuries and just different things that happen with rosters, this is going to be a great week for DFS. If you really sit down and do your research, man, and you like in on who's playing, whose role, a lot of roles has changed. And that man right there has opened up a big big opportunity for this next man coming up now. We all know we seen this man last year. He played good in spurts. He showed us that he has the potential to produce, man. And it's no other than Allen Hurns coming out from Jacksonville. Now, once again, price tag. You gotta watch these price tags. His price tag is extremely low, only $4,000. And just like Garcon, Hurns gives you number one wide receiver exposure, definitely with a discount. And we gotta take advantage of them discounts, man. We gotta take advantage of them discounts. As you can see, the update, Hurns could be set for increased targets in the absence of Allen Robinson. We all kind of knew that. And another thing I like about this pick, we know Blake Bortles is the type of quarterback, he kind of locks in with one target. As you seen last year, it was some games where it'd just be two wide receivers, one way, like Robinson would have, especially when they was rolling. Robinson would get like 12 targets, and then Hurns would be behind him with like at least 8 or 9 targets. So we know that Blake Bortles is the type of quarterback that likes to kind of lock in with that one receiver and feed him if he's there. I really don't think they have too many other options. You know, I do like Marquise Lee, but I feel like the most person that would benefit the most from that Allen Robinson injury is Allen Hurns, man. Get him into your lineups. 3,900, you can't beat it. You can spend up on some of the stud and the star wide receivers, man. And he just overall, he just a good pick, man. I think, you know, Tennessee defense has had a little struggle. Raiders played pretty well against them. So I can see Allen Hurns producing a good game for you, man. So yeah, this is your boy Sports Brotherhood. I'm gonna call this the fantasy marathon, man. If you ain't got them notifications turned on, or if you ain't subscribed, you really playing yourself, man. I'm bringing y'all heat all day, getting you ready for